Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for RoyOMartin's first ever live event for women in manufacturing. I'm Donna Bailey, Vice President of Human Resources. We want to send a special thank you to all of our local schools for allowing us to be part of your school day, and to all of the females that are joining us, and even the gentlemen. We are thrilled that you're a part of our event today. These are exciting times for females in manufacturing. The opportunity to fill key roles in manufacturing has never been better. At RoyOMartin, we are joining the National Association of Manufacturing, the Manufacturing Institute, and Creators Wanted in the nationwide effort to change the perspective of modern manufacturing and build the future manufacturing workforce. Over the next decade, manufacturers will need a tiny 4.6 million high-skilled, high-tech, high-paying jobs. 2.4 million of those positions are likely to go unfilled. Females make up over half of our workforce, but only 29% of the manufacturing workforce. So you know what that means. Females can fill the skill gap for us. Today you will
hear from several females that have great careers here at RoyOMartin. Listen to their stories. Listen to what brought them here, and more importantly, listen to why they have stayed. Take note especially how happy and proud of their careers they are. I agree with them wholeheartedly. I've been in manufacturing for 16 years, and frankly, it has been the ride of my life. Stay with us throughout the live feed and send us your questions and your comments. We will address those at the end of the feed. And a big shout out to Rapides Parish and Allen Parish schools for having the most schools join us today. And hello to our woodworks classes. Pay attention because you will be tested on this information. We have exciting giveaways to all schools who signed up for this event and a big announcement at the end. So stay tuned with us.
Thank you, Donna. I am Connie Baker, Senior Director of Human Resources for RoyOMartin. We have planned a great event for you as we announce our RoyOMartin 2020 Women in Manufacturing honorees. Since we couldn't be together in person, we had to be creative in how we would do that. Probably not the first time you've heard that this year. The good news is, as we recognize these phenomenal women in our company, we are reaching more participants than we ever have before with this live stream. Donna, let's give an air high five to our broadcast crew who made this happen. We appreciate all of our local junior and high schools that usually participate with us in person every year. We know that you're tuned in from Allen, Grant, Natchitoches, Rapides, and Vernon parishes. We will say hello to you throughout the event, but let's get to the business at hand, which is highlighting the RoyOMartin 2020 Women in Manufacturing honorees. These ladies were nominated from senior leadership in their respective businesses, and the competition was tough. However, they were chosen by an overwhelming majority, and today we let the secret out so you can share a day in the life of a woman in manufacturing, contributing to the success of our company. Donna, tell us about question and answers.
Thank you, Connie. At the end of the event, we will take the questions that have been received prior to the event today. So we will answer all of those questions, and the remaining questions will be answered after the event.
Okay. Our first honoree is Diane Davidson. Diane works at the Alexandria Home Office. She was hired in 1993 and is currently the Director of Employee Benefits. Let's look at how Diane took an insurance plan and transformed it into a benefits package that we can all be proud of. Thank you for your vision, Diane.
I'm Diane Davidson. I've been with RoyOMartin since July 15th, 1993, which I won't make you do the math, is 27 years. I'm the Director of Employee Benefits and I work here in the home office. Started out in the computer department and moved to benefits in 2004. When I came to RoyOMartin, I had experience on the computer that they had just bought, and so they hired me for 6 months, actually, 27 years ago, and I just stuck around. You know, I was the only woman in our IT department. And in 2004, there was an opportunity that came up in the benefits department. I had installed all of the software for the benefits department. At that time, we were processing our own claims, and it was a natural transition for me to move to benefits because I knew the software. When I started in the benefits department, we couldn't even go for a checkup covered under our insurance. I took that job that was supposed to be just managing the claims process, and I became the benefits department. It became me. Since then, of course, we've got a medical home, we've got a pharmacy, we've got vision, we've got an EAP, we've got a wellness coach. We've got a lot of enhancements that weren't there when I started. I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave a legacy that when I got here, we offered insurance, and when I left, we had a benefits package. Thank goodness our leadership doesn't always just look at the bottom line. They actually do want our employees to have a better life. Manufacturing is always going to be around. So our job as women is to figure out where we're going to fit, not only today, but in the future. We need to have soft skills of being able to communicate, of being able to explain things, of being able to have a heart for people. Those are things that in the future robots aren't going to be able to do. We as women are going to explode in the manufacturing world because we bring the heart, we bring the soft skills that are needed in leadership to make manufacturing move into the next century, not just this century. I did it. Nailed it.
Thank you, Diane.
Before our next event, we want to give a shout out to Bowdoin High School. Go Bears.
Our next honoree is Candice George. Candice comes to us from Corrigan L.L.C, which is our Texas subsidiary. She was hired in 2019, and she is a shipping team member. Let's roll that beautiful bee footage on just why Candice is so confident and has the power of positivity. Her leaders referred to her as a true blessing.
My name is Candice George. I've been with Corrigan OSB for a year and 6 months. I am currently in the shipping work system, and outside of that, I actually work inside of the scale house. I grew up as a country girl, lived in the city, but grew up as a country girl. I do have horses, and that's my love. That's what I love to do. What I did in the past is I worked in the animal industry, and that actually over the course of the time, dealing with different situations, having to, if you will, confiscate animals and different things like that, and trying to get programs out there to help people keep their animals in their homes. After a while, it takes a toll on you emotionally. I was actually looking to do something completely different than I've ever done before. I have never worked in a manufacturing position. I wanted something that was not gonna be just like a dead end, because it was, like I said, switching careers, switching industries could always be sometimes a little tricky. So I was looking for something that would allow me to get my foot in the door and also grow within that industry, and RoyOMartin just happened to have that. I actually am naturally confident, and it actually came from my father. My father always instilled in me that you are great, you present that to the world, and you never let anyone take that from you. Having confidence that served me here well. It allowed me to come in and say, although I've never worked in this industry, I'm great and you're gonna see it. It allowed me to, not be afraid to learn new tasks, and I'm always willing and wanting to learn new things. It allowed me to come in and be confident around a job site where we have, majority male coworkers. Look at me. Look at the things that I have done before considering a manufacturing job. I was nowhere near any type of consideration of a manufacturing job when I entered college at 18 years old. I hope that when they see me and they might see this video or, see me on, the live stream, that they understand that it doesn't look one way. It can look several different ways. There's so many different outlets, from production to office management, HR. There's a lot of different growth opportunities in a manufacturing business or role. Manufacturing positions doesn't look like one thing.
Thank you, Candice.
And those are great stories, and that really could be you. So we want to talk to Pitkin High School in Tioga. Send us your comments, and a shout out to you for joining us.
Our next honoree is Donna McDowell. Donna comes from the plywood facility in Chopin, Louisiana. She was hired in 1995 and is currently a senior procurement specialist in our purchasing department. Why don't we walk through a career that began before the startup of the plywood plant, and it still remains as a strong career today for Donna. Donna has an element of shopping in her job description, but it's to get high dollar items in that can be critical to keep our plant running.
I'm Donna McDowell. I'm with RoyOMartin Plywood. I'm the Senior Purchasing Associate. I began in December of 1995 while the plywood facility was still under construction. I've been basically in a purchasing storeroom role since that time, providing products, goods, and services. I have been the longest woman in purchasing for RoyOMartin. I was one of the first women hired in the storeroom, and what woman doesn't like to shop? Hello. In the purchasing role, our customers are the team members, whether it's electrical, maintenance, the manufacturing team members. We're all one big family because we rely on each other. So I have to make sure my customers have the parts. Every day is exciting. It's never boring. I have a high sense of urgency. I love to get something done. It's important not just to get it done fast, but to get it done right. If you want to get it done, I'll get a phone call. Say, no, I'm going to get it done one way or another. Jonathan Martin, I was honored one time, sent me to Atlanta, Georgia, to a forklift task force team. And I knew more about the forklifts and the warranties than the gentleman on the task force. I mean, how many people can say, I had a blast, I bought a forklift. Don't be scared by that broad brush of manufacturing is this. Do your homework. Research it. Get out of your comfort zone. Take advantage when you're offered to intern or tour a manufacturing facility. Get out there. See what it's really like. I've had hiccups along the way. I've had bumps along the way, but you do not have success without failure. Learn to take criticism and grow by it. With these new generation and new women in manufacturing, I think it's so important to know it's okay to have a setback and go for your dreams.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Donna. Another great story. I don't know if Donna and shopping go together, but it may actually go together. So we have a special relationship with Arthur F. Smith. So we want to say a big hello to all of those females there, and we're so glad you joined us today.
Our next honoree is Tara Miller. Tara comes to us from RoyOMartin, OSB in Oakdale, Louisiana. She was hired in 2017 and is currently a heat and energy team member. Let's talk about grasping the gold ring. First, she enrolled in woodworks like many of you who are watching us today. That set her in motion to join our team. And now, let's roll up to 4 years later. She's a first-time home buyer, just 4 years out of high school. Let's take the journey with Tara.
My name is Tara Miller, and I work in the Heat and Energy Department for RoyOMartin Oakdale OSB. I've been here for 3 years. I graduated from Reeves High School, but I took the Woodworks class in kinder. The Woodworks program was where we would learn about the company, what it made, the wood, and basically what the company was. Come April, we had our first initial interview. After my second interview, they had gave me another call. It was to come for a team building exercise. After the panel interview, I got hired on. I was the next RoyOMartin employee. I was on the cleanup crew for 3 months, and I wanted to move up. I wanted to be something more than on the cleanup crew, and the only way you can do that, or part of the way, is to learn more and to be able to do more, and I wanted to be able to do it. I wanted to move up. So I went to a forklift. I drove a lift for about 8 months, but I didn't want to be in a lift. I didn't want to run the line. I wanted to be able to say, hey, I run this, I can do this. I'm a part of running this mill, and that not too many people can say. So that's what pushed me. I just bought a house a couple of months ago, and I'm fixing to be 22. It may not be for everybody, but if you possibly get stuck and don't know what you're gonna do, give it a try. You don't know unless you try, and that's basically what I did. I gave it a try, and I think it's a great opportunity for someone coming out of high school that is a young lady to be able to learn and get the experience. If you find yourself not knowing what to do or you're not sure, consider manufacturing. No, you don't have to wear a hard hat. You don't have to be in production. There's many roles in manufacturing.
Thank you, Tara.
As I said in the beginning, this is our first ever live event for women in manufacturing. So, of course, we have had some technical difficulties. So I didn't want to miss that I'd given a shout out to Arthur F. Smith. We have a special relationship with those girls, and we want to say hello to you guys.
Our next honoree is Cody Owens. Cody comes to us from Corrigan OSB as well. She was hired in 2017 and is a production assistant. When you multitask as well as Cody does, you are given the name Keeper of the OSB World in Corrigan, and she is also an integral part of the team. Can't wait to see Cody tell her story.
I'm Cody Owens. I'm the production assistant for Corrigan OSB. I joined RoyOMartin in May of 2017, so a little under 3.5 years ago. Every morning I come in and I get every rover sheet that's for every work system, and each work system probably has 2 or 3 different sheets that go with it. So I have to separate all of that, all the lockouts, all the JSAs, all of that goes to management where they review it. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of data entry on it in a week. It stacks. I enjoy doing that stuff. If you do what you love and what you enjoy, it just eliminates a lot of other hardships that go along, especially someone like me that can tend to be soft-spoken and a little intimidated by things. When you're comfortable, you come out of that shell. People will tell you I'm a totally different person that I am now than what I was on day one. You know, kind of where I'm at, I'm kind of in the center of it all, and I've been told that more than once, is that trust factor is big, and we have that with you. The process here to be able to hire on here is pretty big process, and they do that to see how you're going to fit in with people. You know, do you work well as a team? How well do you mesh? And I think that the measures that they've put in place is probably one of the reasons that we do mesh so well together here. I would suggest to young girls that are, getting ready to go out into the workforce to consider manufacturing as an option. You know, you tend to think that it is a man's world and, that it's the less popular choice, but there's a lot of opportunities within manufacturing. I myself am in administration. I love it. I can also put on my boots and my hard hat and go out and, be a part of that world. There's HR, and there's just many different options to look at. It's not just standing behind a piece of equipment or operating it. Have an open mind with it is what I would tell them, because you never know where it'll lead you.
Thank you so much, Cody.
So AMMS Jaguars and Peabody, and they are Mustangs. Hello to you, and we want to see comments from you today. Thank you.
Our final honoree is Jacqueline Winters, and Jacqueline is representing RoyOMartin Plywood in Chopin, Louisiana. Jackie was hired in 2010 and is a PKS team member on the dryer department. When you've been in the dryer department for 10 years, you are a veteran. And Jackie smiles every day and loves the secure feeling she gets coming to work in manufacturing. And her team is much better because of her. Let's see why Jackie values her career at RoyOMartin.
How you doing? I'm Jacqueline Winters, and I'm a production team member in the dryer department, and I've been employed by RoyOMartin for 10 years now. In most jobs, like I said, you set at that rate, and you might get a 5 cent or 10 cent raise here and there, but Martco was starting you off with something that was more sufficient to what was going on. Rent was going up, but regular jobs, their pay wasn't going up, so you couldn't accommodate your rent and your bills and all that. But with Martco, you have security. You ain't got to worry about, am I going to get laid off? It's a consistent job. And with that, I was able to purchase my home this year with the PKS because I was making more money and was able to build more money and stuff. So I was able to get me a home this year. And I did it by myself. I didn't have cosign or nothing, so I was happy about that. Oh, you make this much? Oh, sure, you get it. I was like, I ain't think so, but I was like, oh. People don't like to say it. If you put a dollar amount in front of anything, it's gonna drive anybody to want to go do it. But if it's not an opportunity to do better or advance, you just sit back. I'm just stay where I'm at because I'm comfortable. That's what a lot of people problem is. They get comfortable and they're afraid to go to the next thing because they're comfortable. They know they can do this job, but you will advance if you get the proper training. So. college ain't for everybody, so you want something secure, and and you like this type of work, or you think you might like this type of work, come give it a shot. This also helps too if you want to further. You can learn stuff like maintenance, electrical, so you still got different careers in manufacturing. So that's what I would say. Some people like to lead, you know what I'm saying? Some people like to be in a position where they can get to learn different stuff. If you want to do something different and keep you on your toes, because you will always be learning something different in the plant, that's where you need to come. I sell it to all my friends, if you want something secure and you ain't got to worry about layoffs and you're advancing, you're making the money you need, come to RoyOMartin.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Let's give all the ladies a round of applause. Donna, back to you.
Thank you. In case you're just joining us, we want to send a special thank you to our local schools for allowing us to be part of their school day, and to all of the young ladies watching. We were thrilled that you're a part of this event. These are exciting times for females in manufacturing. There are so many opportunities available for you. And National Association of Manufacturing, the Manufacturing Institute, and Creators Wanted are in a nationwide effort to change the perception of modern manufacturing and to build our future workforce. So over the next decade, manufacturers will need to fill 4.6 million jobs. These are high-skilled, high-tech, high-paying jobs. And it's likely that 2.4 million of these jobs will go unfilled. So we need you females. You can fill this skills gap for us. And so today I hope that you heard, listen to the stories. And what I hope you heard is the reason these ladies came to us, stayed with us, and still here today. But mostly that they have great careers, allowing them to have great independent lives that they can take care of themselves and their families. So that is great news for them. And of my 16 years here in manufacturing, it has truly been the ride of a lifetime for me. So we'll move on to our the next portion in our event.
And that would be you with question and answers.
Okay, good deal. So before the live cast, the school submitted questions to us. So we will be able to take some of those questions, and the remaining questions we will answer after the broadcast. So the first question, what are some types of careers in manufacturing? So you heard some of that information from some of our honorees, but the list is long. We have production operator jobs. We have mechanical. We have electrical jobs. We have professional jobs like engineering. We have forestry jobs, construction jobs, IT, IS, purchasing, accounting, leadership roles, communication, and last but not least, HR. So you see, we have a long list of opportunities. So when you think of manufacturing, you have to think, the opportunities there. You may get your foot in the door through a production operator, but we believe in growth and development from within. So you can end your career with any of these departments or careers. Question number 2. What kind of experience, skills, and education are you looking for in a job candidate? Well, the answer there is, it depends. It depends on the opportunity that you want. If you want a production opportunity straight out of high school, then we want you to have a high school diploma. And then once you get on board with us, we have growth opportunities from within. We also have a woodworks class where we actually train high school students to become job ready in manufacturing careers. So if that class is not in your school, maybe ask your principal about that class, and we can get that into your school. If you want a mechanical, electrical, construction type job, you would need some technical education there. So we have a local community college CLTCC, and they offer many courses where you can get certified in these areas, and we will, sometimes have job fairs and hire those students straight from CLTCC, and other times we need you to have 3 to 5 years experience. And then we have professional positions. We need those types in all areas. Many times, any of these careers can lead to a leadership position as well. But for the professional positions, you would need a associate's degree, bachelor's, master's degree, and we also offer internships. So you can get your foot in the door many ways through that. Question number 3: what kind of pay can I expect in manufacturing? That's an interesting question. First of all, it should be competitive and equal pay to all. And RoyOMartin believes in equal pay and fair treatment to all, which includes equal pay for women. So when you come here, everyone will be paid equally depending on your education and your experience for the position. We complete a market study each year to ensure that we are competitive. And, your pay will depend on what you bring to the table as far as education and experience. For our starting pay in our production positions, it's well over $14 an hour or over $15 an hour, depending on the location you begin. Our 4th question: what kind of work environment should I expect? Because many times when we talk about manufacturing, it's a scary thing. You think that it's a hard work environment, but we keep our environment safe, clean, and it's a positive work environment. Some positions are more physical than others. That is a true statement. They may require you working in cooler or warmer temperatures, but we go to extreme measures to keep our team members safe, comfortable, and engaged. Also, development is a top priority at our organization. We believe in growth and development from hire to retire. We're truly a learning organization, and we see many of our entry-level folks advance throughout their career into leadership positions. And then we have a variety of schedules also. It depends on the job. So we have some of our jobs are the typical day schedule, 5 days a week. Others are the 12-hour shifts, rotating days and nights. But the good thing about those jobs is 1 week you work 3 days, the other you work 4, which leaves lots of, time off for fishing, hunting, for shopping, for going on trips, whatever you want. So sometimes I wish I had that 12-hour shift job. And the last question that we'll take today: I don't know any women who work in manufacturing. How can I get more information? So hopefully you've joined us today and you have learned a lot about where to find information and, some stories of our successful females. But currently we are at 17% females in our manufacturing facilities. And over the past 2 years, we've grown about 2%. So, getting the information to you guys is really working because we're seeing an increase in hiring our females. You can visit RoyOMartin Believes in Women in Manufacturing webpage at RoyOMartin.com. You can stay connected with all of our social media because we shoot out different bits of information about women in manufacturing and manufacturing in general. Also, the National Association of Manufacturing, Manufacturing Institute, and the Creators Wanted site, they all give great information on modern manufacturing careers, what they are like. They give true life pictures, as do we on our website. So all it is information is just a click away. So one last question. I think we'll have time to squeeze in one last question. Okay. This is my favorite, so I'm glad we had time. After high school, I want to be able to buy my own car and one day have a family. Can I do that with a job in manufacturing? So as you heard from Tara, the answer is yes, you can. So, we're fortunate that we know all of our employees and we get to hear their stories. And once we hire someone, we get pictures and stories straight from our employees. So I get pictures of new cars, of houses being built, four-wheelers, new four-wheelers, of brand new guns, trips they go on. I mean, it's just that's part of my, job that is probably my favorite part. because I get to connect with them, but more importantly, I get to see them thriving and living. They work and they work hard, but they get to play hard too. So, careers in manufacturing will allow all of this. Not just immediate things like you've seen with Tara, who was able to build her own house, but also through a career. You will end your career in a retirement where you can take care of yourself and have a happy retirement. And that's what it's all about.
Thank you, Donna. And before we go any further, let's give a shout out to Grant High School Cougars and Pineville Junior High volunteers, as well as Tioga High School Indians. Back to you to introduce.
Next up, we will have our Chief Operating Officer and President, Mr. Scott Poole.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Connie. Can you hear me okay? I want to first of all say good day and congratulations to all of you, and good day to all of you that's joining us out there. It's it's an honor to be in your schoolrooms and classrooms and even in your homes. We're very excited here at RoyOMartin to be part of the celebration of women in manufacturing. The 6 honorees that you see here with us today are an inspiration to us all. Not only have these ladies cracked the ceiling of some long-held assumptions about women in manufacturing, they've become leaders in our organization, managers and decision makers, inspirations for us. And all the while, they're doing that, paving the way for young professionals. I'm sorry, can you hear me better now? Young professionals like you who've yet to determine their roles in manufacturing. Each case is a case of persistence, of perseverance, of success over challenges, despite what may be a daunting field to be in, or even a gender separation or gap. So we're very, very proud of all of you. The diversity that they bring to our company and embody in our organization is tremendous. They enable us to be better decision makers and better strategists all the way around. You make our company much better. A few years ago, Johnny Martin, our former chairman, elevated our recognition of women in manufacturing when his own daughter, Natalie Martin Monroe, was the recipient of the STEP Award. The STEP Award was given to women across our country in manufacturing who made an outstanding contribution to their companies. Before and since that time, we've had several recipients of that award, including your 2 hosts, Connie and Donna. We're very proud of them and congratulate them on those huge awards given only to a select few. So I want to thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your day today, and encourage you to search for more information in manufacturing. Learn about our industry, and certainly learn more about RoyOMartin. You can begin at RoyOMartin.com. So thank you. Have a great day, and good luck to you all. Thank you, ladies.
Well, we certainly want to thank Scott for joining us. But before we do that, Donna, do you have a secret?
I do. Let's see. Yes, I have an announcement hot off the press. Starting January 1st, we will begin a mentor program for high school females. And our Women in Manufacturing alumni will actually do a mentor with these females, have one-on-one sessions, tours of the plant, and that is if, COVID allows, of course. But we hope to begin that, early next year. And at the end of the year, from that group of females, we will look into continuing education for those that are interested in manufacturing. So we will be reaching out to all of the schools and allowing the seniors to apply for this program, and more information to come on that. But we look forward to that and wish you all the best.
Well, that's exciting news, and we certainly didn't want to say goodbye without hearing that. So thank you again, Scott, for your encouraging words and always supporting initiatives to celebrate our women in manufacturing. This was a showcase of our talent and a great finale to Manufacturing Month. Thanks for joining our live stream, and we look forward to planning another great event for 2021. We hope to have you in person, but the live stream does get the message far and wide. A very special thank you to all of our schools who participated with us today, and in the coming weeks, you will hear from us with a little token of appreciation. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.